It's okay. She off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. MaiyegunDiary Politico, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle so they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. MaiyegunDiary Politico, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say MaiyegunDiary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo.
Hello there. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you from wherever you're watching from. And this is Maiyegun live. Share the broadcast.
Maiyegun lawamo, lamo do.
MaiyegunDiary,
Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará yìí.
MaiyegunDiary,
lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
So I'm also live on Facebook, MaiyegunsDiary, Politico on Facebook. But I can tell you this for free. If you are watching me on Facebook, you are likely going to be missing out on some certain things I'm going to be sharing, especially if you're watching on MaiyegunsDiary, Politico on Facebook. You can jump onto the YouTube right now because there are some clips that comes into, intermittently into the broadcast. So if you are watching me on Facebook, you can do same. I think it's the same data. Share the broadcast.
MaiyegunDiary, Diary Politico. Godfatherism, kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
MaiyegunDiary,
ẹ farabalẹ̀ ṣe o kẹ́gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu.
MaiyegunDiary,
àní Maiyegun làwámọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
MaiyegunDiary,
àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Thank you very much for joining me. Wherever you are watching from, thank you. Share the broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends and tell them, Maiyegun today.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Lórí YouTube. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Wọ́n bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Presido bá rúfin o.
Thank you.
Gómìnà gbówó jẹ. Ayé ìṣúra yìí. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Ayé ìṣúra yìí. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin òwò. Ayé ìṣúra yìí. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Ayé ìṣúra yìí.
How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Ah! Now they never leave you. They have left you behind. Photo, not be juju be that. Sorry, oh. May God not allow them, may them kill you. 70 years old man. Oh. Now mumu na too much. You be mumu. You think say they wise.
You're a mumu man. Especially if you are still dancing around for one Nigeria. I would explain. But I'll start with Shettima. You know that the issue of a Muslim ticket as it is right now is a big thing. In fact, the National Security Advisor to Boko Haram just warned that if nothing is done and APC, Egbekegbe goes ahead, like they made Kolu and Shettima, the president and the vice president of Nigeria, under this arrangement, then Nigeria can look forward to a quick end. That's what NSA said. Well, I have said it many times on MaiyegunsDiary Politico that even if I happen to be your conscience, something that always kind of a prick you in the mind, your inner mind, that this is right or this is wrong. And somehow, for your own political correctness, right, you choose to follow what is wrong. But Maiyegun will continue to remind you, I don't call this short. I am not in any way an active player in any of this mess created by the same rogue who purported the claim to love Nigeria more than everyone else, saying that bring an end to this bloodbath, bring an end to this contraption, save lives, break this thing up. They call us the enemies when we are not. But I'll tell you, Nigeria is so divided. There is no gains. There is no two sayings about that, okay? So divided, and that is not primarily your own doing, my own doing, but the doings of those who are benefiting from the division, starting from religion to tribe to ethnic to economy and then to political and every other thing that they can play at to keep you segregated as Nigerians. It is to their own advantage. But pointing that out, right, sometimes kind of hurt them more. How? The same characters who have brought division upon Nigeria, the same characters who have fueled a monumental level of destruction against Nigerians in the time past, in the present, and even planning for the same thing for the future. The same characters, are now accusing those who said we would not be part of this anymore. We don't want to be part of this whole bloodbath anymore, right? Because the same character in their own treasury, in their own conny way, they are also the same people shouting unity. Let us be united. United Nigeria. Nigeria is a big united country. We must build unity in diversity. All manner of confusion. But they don't really represent, or should I say, they don't walk their own talk. As politicians, all talk, no actions. Well, MaiyegunsDiary Politico, I try my best to make you understand that every action has its own consequence and consequences, including those who are career destroyers, the career criminals. I'm talking about your career criminal leaders who have spent all their lives to give you the Nigeria you have today. The same one that they are also saying they want to rescue you from. The confusion, when people say unity is not just a word, it is actually an action. You do it. You don't say it. If Nigeria is one, it should be in deed, right? Not in words. Unity. We are a united country. Nobody can break this country. You have already been broken. Today, you are going into a charade called election in 2023. But the people who have written the rules for your 2023 charade, yeah, they have also plotted it enough that except if you are lying to yourselves, which many of you are not really good at, so to say, you just lack shame to admit whenever you get caught up in your own tomfoolery. What do I mean by that? The same characters who are shouting one Nigeria, they are also very much busy, right? Laying the, or should I say, cleaning the already paved concrete path of segregation, which is what actually keeps Nigeria one, the fake one that could only exist as long as more blood is spilled. Don't think I'm speaking in parables. I know what I'm talking about. And you do know what I'm talking about as well. I'll break it down for you. Today, yeah, the conversation around your election today is not really about development ideas or what have you. It is about who is going to give you food next. And whoever is going to give you that food next, yeah, are you taking it from him or her as a Christian or as a Muslim? Or are you going to be accepting him or her for whatever request they're making from you in leadership way, right? You're going to accept them because they are Igbos, Hausas, or Fulanis, or Yorubas. They are already laying the path for you. But you know when you will get to know, how hypocritical an average Nigerian is. Yeah. They shout one Nigeria whenever they can feel like they have a little sense of belonging. And sense of belonging varies, by the way. I'm talking about their own biased, but their own biased patriotism by association. You know what I mean? A Yoruba man was told for him to feel like a proper Nigerian, yeah, he needed the validation of a Pastor Ruga who identified as a Yoruba man, even if all he represented have always been against the interest of an average Yoruba man. But he's a Yoruba man. Come on, man. You can't just fault that. Are you not a Yoruba man? Just take it as it is, because you need to see the Igbos too. They love their own leaders. Why should you not feel grateful that you have a Yoruba man as number 2 man in Nigeria, even if you are living in abject poverty, even if you are living in a total squalor, even if you are living in a complete non-existential life? Oh, a Yoruba man is a vice president. What if a Yoruba man is president? Won't you have a sense of belonging? That to the dubious, hypocritical Nigerian is enough to make him feel like Nigeria is his country. Same thing with an Hausa Fulani or an Igbo man. When he wants to have anything to tell you why Nigeria is going to be great, he is telling you all of that because what he believes gives him that sense of belonging is the closeness of his own clansman, or a clansman that they call a clansman, whatever. The closeness to that seat, not for any direct good, for the majority good. Now, that is the segregated Nigerian that has now pitted supposed citizens of one country who love their country so much that they can see the ruins done by the ruling class, who are not also abating. They are not slowing down, because to them, they have done a fantastic job giving you a failed Nigerian. So everyone is chatting. Oh yeah, it's our turn. It's my turn. Oh, no, it's not yours. It should be ours. But from the time they have been taking turn and turn and turn, yeah, it has been from one calamity to the other. As long as they have enough blood to spill, Nigeria can exist for as long as they want. But can the lies keep it in existence any much longer. Time is about to tell. The lies of one Nigeria has become so obvious, right? That those who once told us that the problem of Nigeria is just a leadership have now figured it out that no, it is not leadership. It is the unfortunate decision to mismatch people, different countries, to form one bigger hegemony that will serve the interest of those who have nothing to do with a nation building or running. That's the first mistake. And if there's going to be first solution, it is to officialize that demarcation, save lives, break it up, or else you will continue to lie to yourselves, and then you will continue to be the victims of your own foolishness, so to say. Should I say your own madness? One Nigeria. One Nigeria means different things to many people. And we continue to say we must establish this. It is important to define what is Nigeria and who makes up Nigeria, under what arrangement. These are not too much to ask, because they are also the what's it they call up, the tablets or the solution that will finally put an end to this mystery. Yes, Nigeria means many things to many people, and it depends on where they come from. I am a Yoruba man, right? If you ask me about Nigeria, it means a different thing to me. Well, if I tell you what it means to me, even while growing up, and then you ask somebody who grew up in the eastern part of Nigeria, what is Nigeria to you? Let them define it. And then you ask someone from northern part of Nigeria, Medugbe, and all these places, and ask them, please, what does Nigeria mean to you? What is Nigeria to you? Then that is when you begin to see the confusion that they have buried, or the confusions they thought they buried and will remain buried and will never haunt us until this day. But it will continue to haunt us until it ends us as a fraudulently put together contraption. Nigeria means different things to many people. And in this case, yeah, I'm talking about it deeply, means different things to different people. Nigeria is a place whereby a law, let's say your laws in Nigeria, means different things in southern part of Nigeria to what it is in northern part of Nigeria. And then being a Nigerian also have its own different meaning too, where the categorization comes in, the ethnic tribal profiling. You know, there was a time I said something about when people complain of white racism. Many of you remember, I'll remind you, by the way, I did a program, then I said that if you as a Nigerian, I'm not even like if we have to go further, you can say Africans, okay? As blacks, you have this sort of social kind of social stigma from those who are really racist, outside Africa, yeah, which is very much, evidence, right, to say, right? Then we complain about that. Oh, look at the way they are treating me. Look at the way they are profiling me because I am black. Or is it because I'm from Africa? Yeah, many of you would have experienced that at work, on the bus, on the train, and few places that you've experienced terrible racism against you from the people who have different skin colors to yours. Then I said, listen, As much as that is so established, yeah, how about if you are from Nigeria and you want to tell yourselves the truth, especially understanding what Nigeria is and you're not lying to yourselves, right? What about Nigeria's racism? Because this is what I found, right? They say, well, if you are black, you are a race. If you are white, you are a race. In context now, right? So if blacks are racist to white or white vice versa, as much as it's so condemnable, right? You can say, okay, maybe because of the history of that, right? Then when you go to Nigeria and you want to experience what black to black racism, I mean, what do you call it? Should I call it tribalism or ethnicism? The chronic part of it, I'm talking about the fatal part of racism that you can witness. I'll give you a Nigeria example. People love to deny it, but they can no longer deny it because even if you pay attention to all their comments, their body languages, their acts and all of that, even out there, then you pay attention to their politicians and what they also represent, then you understand that if Nigeria wasn't forced to be a country, yeah, and you have Biafra, and you have Arewa, and you have Oduduwa nation, as the same way you have South Africa, you have Gambia, Uganda, Kenya, Ghana, all these places, yeah? Let's say we all exist that way. Do you know what we will be battling with? Especially us neighbors that will share our border together. I'm talking about those who are like Nigerian in Nigeria today, right? If to say we are not together, we share borders, we'll be battling not with racism, we'll be battling with xenophobia. So now what we have in Nigeria is what you can call systemic xenophobia. A system whereby one ethnic group to another are always waiting for an opportunity where they can unleash terror on themselves, and they will unleash the terror on you simply because of where you come from or what kind of religion do you have. Now, that is so different from the Nigeria they are painting the picture to you all over the world, is it? Or is it not? It is different. The Nigeria they are painting to you all over the world, or you as a typical Nigerian, the Nigeria you are painting to the rest of the world is that a country that is so good people, great people, enterprising people, but with terrible leaders. That is not true. The real Nigeria that your leaders have succeeded in building, your leaders and those who have been urging them on for 62 years, is a xenophobic Nigeria. You know it. I know it. And in fact, you actually know the tribe that is more violent when it comes to tribe versus tribe, as they do it, Fulani, Igbos, Fulani versus Yoruba. And you can tell what it is today that they are also covering in the political context of it, in the political arena as well. This is also the game. Xenophobia. So you won't call it racism. If you call it racism, it will be like, Maiyegun, you are trying to make blah, 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 blah. No. It's xenophobic. You will listen to an average northerner who is also suffering from the terrible leadership trait in Nigeria, who is also suffering from the, from this decade-long terrorism unleashed on the people of northern Nigeria. But you see, when the conversation have to include that northern Nigerian and a southerner is quick to throw in that supremacy gauntlet, that supremacy, line. We will continue to rule all of you. He is not ruling. He's not even enjoying the northern rule. He is a victim of terrible leadership, a terrible arrangement called a country. But as a northerner, he has that mentality that makes him feel like is kind of superior to the southerner because they complain a lot, but our leaders are always in charge. We are the ones who decide anything. Do you understand? whenever the opportunity presents itself. And that is the Nigeria if you are living in there. And that is why it's so funny that sometimes when you feel like the people should be able to like resist all their criminal leaders with what they have done to them, unfortunately, they are not resisting them because it's the same level of segregation. Right? It's meant to be Nigeria is going down. Things are going terribly bad. Worse. From the north to the south, from the east to the west, everywhere. Everything is like up in smoke. But how come the people who are the victims of all of these anomalies, abnormalities, the majority of the victims who are like the real suffering ones, how come they are not united to save their country? How come they continue to get divided along religion, tribal, and other stuff that doesn't really benefit them, but the same criminals who brought this upon them? Why? Because Nigeria was never one. When you say it's not one, you are automatically making it look like, why are you so blunt? Let us work together and make it work. Nigeria is a great country. That's what they told you. But you have a country that they said a country of different nations who always jump at one another to slaughter themselves just when they disagree on religion, on politics, on things that doesn't even benefit them directly. Is that not xenophobia? It is called xenophobia. Sometimes when you see the South Africans, and they will leave the the white people who supervised who supervised decades of apartheid regime in South Africa. The apartheid regime in South Africa was so bad. I'm talking about as far back as the 60s, that the rest of Africa, yearning for independence, they were also wearing the South African flag and jersey colors in support of the blacks in South Africa who are going through hell under the apartheid regime in South Africa. But when the apartheid regime ended, the South Africans, they considered their fellow Africans, blacks, as more of enemies than the people that their own brothers joined hands together to help redeem power and control from. Now, that is exactly the same thing that will make you ask, why should people who share the same thing in common, if they do share same thing in common, how come they are so quick to kill themselves when they disagree, even when those that were considered historically as being brutish towards them, hellish towards them, today, those who are now preaching human rights to you, black to black. Why would black hate blacks? Come to Nigeria, you will see a totally misplaced. No, I don't want to use misplaced. People with nothing in common, forced and fused together to build a country on one political ideology, one developmental ideology, and a supposed one united goal as a people. But for 62 years, an Igbo man who has the same equal right, who was supposed to have the same equal rights as partners in Nigeria, have been told they would never be president. Not because they don't have anything really good, but because that is Nigeria, a xenophobic Nigeria that an average Nigerian doesn't like to talk about. They want to tell you about the music. Yeah, lovely. Oh, they want to tell you about the football. Oh, dying. Oh, they want to talk about what else? Any other thing you want to hear about? You've heard about Nigeria apart from the music? Everything else is what? All of this are not the real Nigeria, wherever you are all over the world. You see, it is in Nigeria. Listen to this, that a cartoonist drew the cartoon of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in far away Denmark. I don't know. I've been at Singapore, seen at Denmark or about Malaysia, wherever. You sure know that story. And in Nigeria, where they have decided to make us believe that northern Nigeria is Islamic, southern Nigeria is mixed. An Islamic cleric in northern Nigeria got so mad. And do you know who paid for that crime? Igbos and Christians who are living in northern Nigeria. It is on record. Because according to their own Nigeria, if you are not a Muslim, you are an infidel. If you are killed for any transgression, it is justified. That is why I told you earlier, you have two Nigerias. You have two Nigerias. In Nigeria, if you are not a Muslim, you are an infidel. But if you are an infidel in southern Nigeria, your life is guaranteed untouched. If you are an infidel, a non-Muslim in any part of northern Nigeria, in Nigeria, you are just a disaster waiting to happen. So they brought in Nigeria, they brought in Miss World competition to Nigeria. And one journalist, was it a this day journalist in Nigeria, then wrote that, look at all these beautiful damsels representing all of their countries. In quote, that if the prophet was to be alive, yeah, he wouldn't mind taking one of them as a bride. Baba, that statement saw over 100 people killed. And God knows how many worth of a property burned. It was an insult to the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yes. And then anything considered an insult to the Prophet, yeah, is a death sentence as blasphemy in Nigeria. If I kill anybody now and say, this person desecrated the Holy Quran, all I have to do is just say it out there. This person desecrated the Holy Quran. And once they walk in, I am already dead. Forget it. They will do it. And that is in Nigeria. And nobody will be challenged. You can't do the same thing in southern Nigeria. You will be charged for murder. That's the divided Nigeria that APC, Egbekegbe, has decided to further widen that gap, because in that your division, that is where they make, or let me say they maintain their power. So as a Christian, in Nigeria, this is fact, true. Although you are going to see the typical Nigerian that is going to say, I am a Christian. I don't have any issue. I don't have that. And then when Nigeria happened to them, you now start hearing them screaming the loudest. Oh, poor souls. APC Egbekegbe decided to call the bluff of that your federal structure, what it is, and picked on Shettima. And you know that same Shettima that said that the Igbos are going to become nothing in Nigeria 7 years ago. Yes, you remember him? Shettima. Shettima is going to be the Tifnumbu's deputy or vice. And he is picked primarily, purposely, for one reason and one reason only, to appeal to the jihadist northern Islamic segment, sector in Nigeria. Be waiting, I won't call themselves demography. The jihadists in Nigeria have managed to have access to power since Boko Haram came in. And one of the two agendas they have, one of them is to ensure that an Igbo man or anyone from Eastern Nigeria ever become anything reasonable anymore in Nigeria. I didn't say that. Shettima said it. The audio is out there. Now, you remember they were first denying the audio? No, he couldn't have said that. No, he couldn't. I mean, no, it's not his voice. Of course, it is his voice. Well, he just made another statement. I think I actually kept that somewhere earlier. And you know what he said? He is very specific, and he knows the people he's talking to. He said, the what do you call it? The Peter Obi, who is an Igbo man. Peter Obi, who decided that don't follow me, don't do this to me, don't vote for me, don't do this or that, because I am an Igbo man. Vote for me because I am competent. Vote for me because I want to be this or that. I don't know if many of you have seen the video. Yeah. The same Peter Obi in the real Nigeria. Even if he should change his name from Peter, to Peteru, from Obi, to be to what is that Yoruba name you can give to him? Peteru Agbabiaka, Obili Whiskey. Give him a name that says he's a Yoruba man. Running under Yoruba this or that. In Nigeria context, the unwritten code is an Igbo man. Anything Igbo must not access power. When Jonathan accessed power as a man as an Ijaw man, the only way they could get rid of him was to tell the Northerners that Jonathan is an Igbo man. That's the only thing. The only way you could get them. And Shettima knows this very well. Tifnumbu knows this very well. Somebody said Obisheson. Peteru Obisheson. From Agbole Agbabiaka. Nisale Benyi. Or Isale Koto. Or Yo. Peteru, they will still tell him, we know him. Is this guy, is an Igbo man. They hunted down Goodluck Egbere Jolantan because these political rogues, Shettima and co, they told their jihadist believers in northern Nigeria that Goodluck Egbere Jolantan is an Igbo man. And they say, but they told us that it's not an Igbo man now in 2011. He's an Igbo man. They didn't tell you. He's Igbo. His name is Goodluck Azikiwe Jolantan. Ebele is Igbo name. That was when they put a fatwa on Jonathan. Yes, that happened. The crop of people who did that, they are back. In one Nigeria, Peter Obi, who is actually like a man from the heartland of Igbo land, Anambra, Nigeria is making him drop all of that. No. Don't see, even his own supporters are saying, don't present him as an Igbo man. Please, we need people to go and talk to our brothers in the north. That Peter Obi is not just an Igbo man. I'm telling you what I've been reading. I'm telling you what they are pushing. This is to tell you that they know the fundamental flaw of a fraudulent Nigerian. And being an Igbo man, is like trying to sell. Waiting again, trying to sell pig to the chief imam. Baba, you are not only offending him, you are not only just not going to be able to sell it, you are actually playing with death. Do you understand what I mean? Like how serious it is? You walk into chief imam's house and you say you are the best salesman, best marketer, and you want to sell a pork to him. You are either trying to tempt him, and if he's going to, if anything leads to anything, now your photo. You know this truth, and you know why it is a top ad sale. As much as Peter Obi, among all of them, make I just say my mind, at least is the one with the less baggage and baggages. He is one of them. There is nothing you can tell me. He is one of them. But he is the one with less baggages compared to these people you call them jobbers, these scavengers, these scroungers, or these pickpockets, or this unproductive element that are occupying your different political spaces, feeding fat on you, is the one with the far less baggages. But he's an Igbo man. Now, when you see obedient, they are now imploring people, can you please help us, tell them, Peter Obi is this, he is the best, is this and that. They are trying to convince the region that has suffered most from the terrible, worst northern leadership ever in history. Now, to sell them something better that you believe that, this is good, this is sellable, it shouldn't be hard, but it's an Igbo man. You have to do extra work. Meanwhile, it is one Nigeria. You are not telling yourselves the truth. That is where you and I be like, say, with the change lane. You get them? With the change lane. You want to make a picture perfect presentation about your Nigeria. I want to paint the real picture. It's not perfect. You know it. And when you know that it's not perfect, that means you cannot plan on a picture perfect and then have a perfect result. You are lying to yourselves. So if you are not going to get a perfect result, it's because you are painting a perfect picture for an imperfect situation and you are lying to yourself. I don't like lying to myself. I don't. Peter Obi is good, you say. Okay. But you have to sell it hard. Hard. Imagine trying to sell Peter Obi to northerners. And Shettima. All Shettima have to do to sell Tifnumbu is to say Tifnumbu is generous. Tifnumbu made people. Tifnumbu is Muslim. Tifnumbu is from Lagos. I'm giving the good things. Maybe that's what he will tell them. But guess what? I am Tifnumbu's vice president. Even if you don't trust him, you can trust me. Okay? Trust me, I will deliver. You know I'm a Muslim. You know I'm not an infidel, Abi. They say, oh, okay. If we don't want to follow this Tinubu because we heard that his wife is a pastor. He's not a real Muslim. But because of you, Shettima, Shop Noku, yeah, we will follow him. Now, imagine you having to speak grammar, do a lot of things to sell Obi. Last, somebody will just tell you, Obi is a Yamiri. Obi is infidel. That's it. Because of that, that's it. Now you have to do extra work. Meanwhile, to you want to save Nigeria. How well? Shettima said, Peter Obi can only be president of Igbo land. And it is not a slip of tongue. It is not. They are not going to tell the Northerners that Peter Obi has no program for schools. They can't say that to them. They are not going to be able to tell them in Northern Nigeria that, Peter Obi is going to end the terror. He's not going to be able to end terrorism, or he's not going to build electricity. No, they're not going to say that. They're going to tell them that, listen, your faith is so important, and you cannot let, because according to them, Hadith and the Quran says, you as a real Muslim, you must not allow anyone who is a non-Muslim to lead you. Even if you have to kill them to stop them, you have to do it. Now, this is all they have to tell them in the north. So you are going with one Nigeria. One Nigeria that is equal. Who told you that? Where are you making all of that up from? Where? They are not going to discuss if you're going to have a better country or not. Somebody who publicly said they are so happy that the power returned to them. And this time around, they will be able to do whatever they like. They will be able to do everything to destroy the Igbos. You heard all of that. But maybe because you are not Igbo. I've told people before, I said, listen, if you're not paying attention, you should start paying attention now. I'm not an Igbo man. But there is a theory. I want to read it word for word. Yeah? There's a theory that, which has played itself out in Nigeria very well, okay? When they came for the Jew, I ignored them because I wasn't a Jew. So first they came, and I think that was I want to check that out. I want to read it word for word. Then I'm going to use that of Nigeria. I would use that Nigeria as an example, and then you understand where I'm coming from and why even you today, you are a waiting victim of what Nigeria is going to do to you, whether you are a Fulani, whether you are an Hausa, a Kanuri, a Bibio, a Joy Doma, what do you call it, a Yoruba, Efik, or wherever you come from, Igbo. If you think this is going to spare you with the Nigeria that these rogues are actually like a building, the Nigeria that is actually like, surfacing now, you will realize that there's no place for you. And if you believe that, because they didn't come for me, I'll read this to you. They said, and it was by Pastor Martin Nimola. First, they came for the communists, and I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews. Oh, I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak out for me. First, they came for the Christians. Some of you did not speak out because you are not a Christian from northern Nigeria. Then they came for the Shiites. Oh, you are not a Shiite. Well, they deserve it. Whatever they do, or whatever they did, that made Nigeria to kill over 1,500 of them in a single day, they must have done something terrible. I'm glad I'm not a Shiite, right? Then they went for the revolution now, Showore and every one of them. Well, he deserved it. In fact, I wish they did more than that to him. Kill him and do all of that because it's this or that. Because you are not a revolutionary, or a revolutionist. Then they went for the IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu and other innocent people that they have killed extrajudicially. No one is responsible for that. Oh, IPOB. Oh, kill them. They deserve it. I'm not an IPOB member. Then they went for those of you who are like real businessmen in Nigeria when they came for your dollars. Well, some said you deserved it. It's because of corruption. That's why you were complaining until you lost most of your businesses, didn't you? Right. They came for the youth who stood up and said enough to police brutality. Well. Some of you felt like, well, I'm not a youth. I am not part of the NSAS. Well, they deserve it. Kill them. Then they went for the Yorubas. The Yorubas who have come under the attack of a Fulani terrorism, kidnappings, ransom payments, and death in the last 7 years alone. Abandoned, ignored. Some of them turned to refugees in the last 7 years. Then it begins to make sense to some of you. Wow, Nigeria is in trouble. Some of you are beginning to say Nigeria is in trouble today because one way or the other, it don't touch you. So it is turn by turn Nigeria Limited, we call it. Yeah? So if I speak up for the Igbos, speak up for the Shiites, speak up for the revolutionaries, speak up for the Ensa, speak up for all of these people, it's because one day they are going to come for me. One day they are going to come for you. One day they are going to come for your household. One day they are going to come for your business. One day they are going to come for your own freedom. One day they are going to come for that your life. And guess what? If you have belonged to those who have been keeping quiet, yeah, exactly. You are likely never going to have anybody to speak up for you. Do you understand? That's exactly what the political class have done to you today. They have segregated Nigeria so well. Oh dear. The victims of this segregation are not seeing through the xenophobic Nigeria they have built for you. Everyone could have what they want. Honestly speaking, yes. Everyone could have whatever they want. But the reason why you won't is because as long as Nigeria is fused together, this segregation will continue to keep us in that perpetuity of waiting again, nothingness. They are having an election in Osun. Let's go to Osun. Make I show you a few things in Osun. From Oletola, Tifnumbu's cousin, to the dancing senator, and then to the people themselves who are always somehow, like I said, programmed, conditioned to always choose between the two devils, or the devils and the deep blue sea. They are going to have to jump from Oletola in what is supposed to be Tifnumbu's extended ajele to the dancing senator, who, according to the people destroying people, could be their own window into breaking Tifnumbu's heart in Southwest. But they are not doing all of this simply because the people have that much choice. No. They are doing this because even the people themselves, now small, you go pity them. I have once said it here that there is no terrible leaders without, enabling and ready-made, always available terrible followers. Today, they were sharing money for them to choose between their own, to choose the different robes they want. But it seems that dancing senator is going to be having the field day by this time tomorrow. I don't know the abracadabra that they will do, but as it is, let me show you the people there in Osun today. Their utterances,
their expectation on nothingness, and at the same time, you probably would then come back to what Shettima just said, that if all of us won't actually get sense, we will stop encouraging the validation or the extension of this suffering called Nigeria, and possibly pay more attention and resources into helping the real people that they are lying to, right? To participate in a fraud that is completely all against them, especially the old people. I saw them, then I'm like, oh, they have always been the people who have been so consistent about, you know. Then you see the young people who are also busy. The same young people you are going to see on social media who are also the product of 43% unemployment rate in Nigeria. These young people are busy as well, trying to buy votes for their own oppressive, oppressors. If you are watching me on YouTube, I know it looks a bit awkward, but if you really want to enjoy this, you should join us on YouTube at this time. Just search for MaiyegunsDiary Politico on YouTube. Okay, I'm going to end the broadcast on Facebook now. This is the time we're going to be sharing a part of the clips to add to our illustration tonight before I open the line for everyone who wants to participate or call in. Yes, on MaiyegunsDiary Politico. Join us on YouTube, brother. Thank you very much. So, yes, let's go to Oshun. If you are still with me on YouTube, take a moment, by the way. You can see that we are nearly 2,000 on there. Take a moment if you have been here this long, right? Like that broadcast. Share it if you haven't. Or maybe subscribe as well, just before we go to Oshun. You can do that within a minute. Can't you? Thank you. So, here is a start. They are going to be a clip. People selling their future, and then you ask yourself, for just because they want to remain under the bondage that brought them to this state. Watch this one. If you don't understand Yoruba, yeah, somebody is going to interpret that to you, for you in the comment section. Okay, watch this. Somebody's wife, somebody's daughter, somebody's auntie, and maybe somebody's mother as well. Buying votes.
Hello. 19,000. 350.
Okay, phone.
Asset me.
Okay, owó kejì ńkọ́.
Aláàtì ṣe ìjàwé.
Owó tí wọ́n bá lọ́wọ́ mi pẹ̀lú mo fi ń dìbò pẹ̀lú voters card ọkọ mi àti ATM card.
Ilé ikọ́.
Èyí ń kọ́ kí ni ṣe
This paper.
Kí ni iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe?
No, paper àti
Gbé sókè báyìí.
Paper tí wọ́n fún nígbà tí wọ́n fẹ́ yanjú owó nídàájí ni. Èmi dẹ̀ ti fi síbí yìí bẹ̀tì pé sọ́wọ́ mi ò àwọn tó wò bù. Mo ti gbàgbé gan ni pé inú bí ló wà nígbà tí sọ́nù láti ìgbà tó fún mi. Kí ló wà lára náà pépà yìí?
Èyí báyìí.
Wọ́n kò gbà tá tí wọ́n kọ́ pé ìbò tá fẹ́ di pé ká mọ́ pé àní wà láti pé iye ìbò báyìí ní ká dì nílé ìdìbò ọdún wa pé tó láwọn ọ̀rọ̀ wọn ká ló mọ̀ ìdáni bẹ́ẹ̀ ó tán. Kí náà kọ sínú tó wà lọ́wọ́ yẹn ẹ̀ka ní tán kọ síbẹ̀. Nígbà ní ìtàn kọ síbẹ̀ ni pé ìbò tá ní ìdìbò wa pé 155. Nígbà ní fún 155. And then wọ́n dẹ̀ ní owó tí àwọn ní ká mú kẹ́yẹ́ wọ́n fún èèyàn pé ká fi dìbò pé 5,000. Nígbà tí ká mọ̀ jẹ́ kó yẹ ṣùgbọ́n ká mọ̀ pín owó lórí ìlà. Wọ́n dẹ̀ gbowó dẹ̀ fún àwọn alága ní ìṣẹ̀fẹ́ gbé lẹ́fù.
Èló ló wà ń sàlẹ̀?
Èló ló wà ní charge 77,500.
775,000.
Náà ni 775,000. Ló lè wá pín kù. Ní ìbáwọn pínwó mi mọ́ tá pé kò tí owó tó wà lọ́wọ́ tèmi nílé yìí.
Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ tẹ́ fi voter card méjì ti fi wà lọ́wọ́ yín àti sẹ́yìn?
Ọkọ mi ní kejì. Ilé sà ló ń gbé. Wọ́n wá ní kí n mọ pàdé òun kó ń bọ̀ wá pè mí kó òun ò rí ọ̀kadà tí ó gbé òun wá lẹ́tí wọ́n gbé wá nínú òun ò rí. Ọmọ gan ti dé. Ọ̀tọ̀lẹ́ tó gbà àwọn ọmọ wa wọ́n yẹn ló pè mí lórí fóònù lẹ́ẹ̀kan tí mo ní kó mọ̀ ìdìbò lọ pé wọ́n ti wá gbé mi.
So ẹ̀yin wá gbà láti kó voter card ti àti ti yín wá sí ìdìbò.
Mo máa ń kó pàdé wọn tó bá ti ń bọ̀ báyìí ilé sà ló wà.
Báwo ni ilé yín ṣe jìnnà sí
ilé
yín báwo ló ṣe jìnnà sí bóde?
Ó jìnnà oríta kálà. Ibẹ̀ la gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ àdàbọ̀ tó tẹ̀ gbé tẹ́ jáde sígbà tá ń bọ̀ yẹn.
They caught her sharing some of her 775,000 naira
The leftover of the money is what they found on her. 19,300 and another 30-something thousand bundled on the side. Yeah. Somebody who's lived in Oshun. Okay. There. Now, a mother who wants the future for her children, or who herself, the way you saw her, could you see that they are the party agents? I showed you the video. I showed you video days ago. The videos of those they call the recruiter. They are the same people, especially the same people whose children are begging you for money, begging you for support on social media. Their mothers, their fathers, they are party agents. On election time, they give them money like that. They are the ones who know people in the community. They know them. They know people. So they are the ones who are going to say, okay, give me, we'll give you 1,000 naira, we'll give you 5,000 naira, vote for us. Okay? So she was caught. Now, let me show you something before I show you another clip. For you to know how terrible. The reason why we have said that your elections is a waste of time, and some people, they don't like me for it, saying that there's no point in participating in an election that is already rigged before it even starts, okay? And they said, but Maiyegun, people still, I said, fine. I didn't say people shouldn't. I am saying that, with what we know, why would you waste your time in participating in something that is already rigged, even before you participate in that? Your participation is validation. I won't be part of that, right? But here is one. You see this girl? This one a party agent with party flag on top, on a neck. They say it's a boot party, be something, BP party. She's voting for APC, Egbe. Okay? She has the tag of a party on her neck. A party there, right? And as a party agent, she's voting for APC, Egbe. Now, look at this young man. And you can tell me, and the way they lie as well, right? When they are caught, the way they lie, I'm like, I'm not interested in what they do to them afterward because it doesn't really matter. We see this all the time. But I just want you to see the level of the involvement of those who are supposed to know that they are always going to end up as victims of their own greed and their involvement, Abi. If Nigeria is not, if Yoruba land is not part of Nigeria today, situation like this can be dealt with seriously. But with Nigeria, the disease has eaten deeper. Look at this young man who I believe should have his future ahead of him, involved in vote buying in that same motion. But guess what? If he wasn't caught, he probably will be on social media right now, posting results, bragging about the success. APC, Egbe, they have ruined that future that they are telling you that you should be careful of your future. I'm coming back to that, your future now.
Okay. Hello, no, hello, I think one of you. Boni wants to move. What date? Okay. Tale sọ pé wọ́n rán yín wá síbẹ̀.
Alága unity APC ni àwọn yẹn wá láti Abuja. Wọ́n láwọn bí alága wọ́ọ̀dù. Wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ pé ní kí n lọ pè wọ́n wá. Ìgbà tí wọ́n dé, wọ́n lọ sọ́dọ̀ bàbá fífẹ́ lídà. Wọ́n dẹ̀ rí pé ní kán fáwọn lówó pé owó ever water fáwọn fẹ́ ràn mí. Wọ́n dẹ̀ fún mi ní 10,000 pé kí n kó fún wọn. Kí n kó fún alága kó kó fún wọn.
Okay.
They gave me 10,000 naira to give them for pure water. Here is another one. Sorry if you don't understand Yoruba. This one, he's been paying and paying and paying. Then he's complaining that, what's going on now? We have not seen the votes now. The people have been collecting money. And to you, these are the same people that are going to celebrate that they have chosen a leader. People have spoken, this and that. The lies they tell themselves, right? And just a few months after, they go back to their sufferings. It is bad. Again, I've told you, they are taking advantage of the joblessness in Nigeria, to the advantage of the ruling class, and they will always have the working and willing to, ready to do the job for them. But the damages is on all of us. Look at this one too. Just give us money. And people who wanted to have who are ready to actually take their future from them, they assure them, dollars you want lay. You know?
I got land. Dollar, yakba. I said dollar, yakba. And then you $50K in my pocket. Don't buy
Dollar, yakpa. And everybody won't collect money to go and get something. Diboko sebe. Here is another one.
Bag. The bag was carried. Then they refused to arrest him and charge his bag.
Don't worry on that way. Nobody will do vote by here.
Okay. Have you voted yourself?
I've voted.
Okay, but other people voted. The people that are here have they all
because
voted?
they see they run away.
Okay, they ran away.
They ran away.
Okay.
They were put here.
APC people.
Yes, they were here. Because of my shouting. Because of my shouting, that reduces the vote buying. And they know me. Nobody can touch me in this place. If anybody there touches me, that man touches his death.
What is your position in the community, sir?
My position, I'm a senior elder man in this community.
Thank you, Jare. Senior elder man. God bless you, sir. See, old man, stopping vote buying. Confidently, they can't do me anything. Why young people are busy buying the vote? And then they will say, our future. Your future, there is nothing in your future. Hey, let me tell you something. They used to say, you know, especially as Yorubas, they will tell you, hey, you need to be very, very careful of your future. As a young person, you need to be mindful of what you do and especially what you say, because you don't want to offend any of these people. If you know your future is very important. Now lie, yo. Now lie. People telling you to always mind what you say, especially when you are saying the truth. And they are associating that one into your future. Baba, there is no future. They have stolen your future. None exist anymore. They say eyewitness. They don't blind them. You know they witness anything anymore. There is light after the tunnel. There is light after the tunnel. Night after the tunnel. Lie. People don't go check. They disconnected all the cable, all the wire, not to talk of the bulb itself. In no day, everything are dark. All they are telling you, you need to, elders, because of your future. There is no future. It is mortgaged. It is negotiated, paid off, and all of that. If you believe them, you will die expecting it. Feel sorry for these old men and women who probably feels like it is their duty. You know, they are the ones who always vote. They go out there, they just do it. And then they never witness good Nigeria. Never ever witness anything better in Nigeria. Imagine how long this mama don't vote. Just imagine.
Okay, Mama, let me ask Mama that how does she feel participating in the process?
Tí wọ́n lè fẹ́ sọ fún àwọn tó wà nílé tí wọ́n ti jáde láti wá dìbò.
Wọ́n wà pé àtọ́ wà nílé ẹ̀yẹn náà rèé dìbò èèyàn ti kọ́ kílù wá ó dáa o. Sídíkàtù Yusufu.
Ọmọdún mélòó ni mà?
80.
Ọmọdún mélòó ni nísìn?
Ogójì ọdún.
Ọgọ́rin ọdún.
Sídíkàtù Yusufu.
Okay.
God bless you, Mama. She's over 80. I've seen pictures of, very, very old people. They brought them out. Some of them headed assisted, 102 years old man, 100 years old, this and that. They have never witnessed anything good about Nigeria. You say won't grow old like that? Make you they help them participate in a ritual that is meant to keep them perpetually poor?
One day you go grow like that. You will be advising everybody, please come out and vote again. You will become a grandma, grandpa. Yeah? Suffer no dey tire you. I just said make I ask you. Because for these ones, There is give me a sec. I think it's they are talking about the dancing senator. I also caught this on camera. Well, I added to this chart just to show you what also went down. Somebody mama, somebody papa, when during election, if they ask you to bring structure, if they ask you if you have any structure, if they ask you if, you should come back home, if they ask Maiyegun to come back home and join them and do whatever, they're asking me to come and do this. Indirectly. Well, let's make it easier on ourselves, okay? So I am going to take a break, come back and take a few calls and call it a night. But for us, when you ask us to come and participate in your fraudulent election, or what do you call it, yeah? We would rather just vote like Davido. Now I'm going to take a break. My break is going to probably be just for 2 minutes, okay? You can take a break as well. Like that broadcast and share it. I want to take calls. You see, Peter Obi should go and be the president of Igbo land. I bet you have a reaction to that. An advice or a counter one. But the fact here is that no matter how long you pretend to actually believe in one Nigeria, you can lie to other people. You can lie to people like us. One Nigeria is a turn-by-turn business. And if you are honest to yourselves, right, you will follow the righteous part of let everybody go their separate ways. Respect that boundary, right? And save lives instead of all this threat of death every day. That's simply because we are part of Nigeria. It's not leadership problem. It is structural, and it is the structure. That fraudulent structure they put together that produced the structural criminals who you call your leaders, and they continue to pop them up every now and then. How do you end it? Break it up. And if you want to do that, let's listen to Shettima. Break it up. I'll go make some tea. I'll be back in a minute or two. Don't go anywhere. Like that broadcast, if you can still, come on, over 2,000 of us. We can do better than 500 of us dropping our offerings. Come on. I'll see you in a minute or two, okay? Don't go anywhere. And I'll take calls when I get back.
Buhari is a
Thank you very much. I have somebody on the line, my first caller. Hello there.
Hey, Maiyegun Baba.
Yes, sir. How are you?
This is Shiva Adeola from Canada.
Adeola from Oh, it's been a long time. Adeola, how are you, Baba?
I'm well, my brother.
It's good to have you.
Yeah, I want to react quickly. I want to react quickly to the statement by Shettima.
Please, sir.
I think we need to be very grateful to that man. And the reason for that is we know the sentiment of the North. As long as the Northerners are there, Nigeria will never be good. It's a game of power. This is the only man that will help us nail Asiwaju Tinubu. His job is started. Remember that the moment that they've been able to secure a section for Atiku under PDP, it's a decoy for the North. Now Shettima will do the dirty job to destroy Chief Tinubu. The good thing is Chief Tinubu selected his friend, and they are going to end up together in the sharp belly.
I'm following you, sir. Oh, I don't know what happened. We just have an issue there, I believe. Hello, can you still hear me, sir?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I say Shettima is planted deliberately there to do the bidding of the section.
It's Tinubu that chose him, not like even the people that planted the Muslim ticket idea, El Rufai and the rest of them. He never chose them, and we heard that they are not really happy with that.
No, they wanted, what I'm saying in effect is, at the end of it all, the whole idea is to make sure that Tinubu will not get the support anywhere in the country.
I get that now.
Eventually, this is destroying the opportunity of I am not for Tinubu in any way, and I will never pay for Tinubu. We want a nation that is independent of all these manipulators.
Exactly.
We want a nation that everybody will be proud. We will not be forced to exist together. But when you go about destroying a whole nation of people that you eventually want to govern, it will be worse than Buhari against the Igbos. It will be worse. We have been told that this man invited the Boko Haram. It's on record. Buhari built on it. Now the man that initiated that thing is coming to power as a deputy.
And he said, you remember he said that they never wanted Buhari, they wanted Kokwanso. And it's primarily just to make sure that they handed Jonathan and then deal with the Igbos. But Kwakwanso, it was Tinubu and Co that said they wanted Buhari. That's why they had their way. But it's just a delay, which is not a denier. Now he's going to be second in command. Then let's see how close they are to that type of power.
We are waiting. You see, if you have patience, at the end of the day, eventually they will all cry back to their nations, and we will achieve our aim of having an independent nation. I say it on record again, as long as we still have to pair South against North, North against South, Nigeria will never see development in our lifetime.
Ever.
Until we develop at our own pace. Until we develop at our own pace. That is when peace will. Without holding anybody, that they have turned us. Look at Yoruba people, a dancing governor. Look at what is the value. You see, when we are young in the 70s, role models are our leaders. They are role models. They shake your hand for weeks. You will be very. People around your community will be feeling you.
When you walk around, you say that's him coming. That's him coming. Come here. How are you? You know, they treat you differently.
But now a dancing person. This one invites Davido. The other one invites Zazu. These are the leaders of people. It's madness. Yorubas have lost it. with the kind of the lowest of us are representing us.
The worst of us by far, sir, are those representing us. The best of us have left.
May God help us.
Have said that.
We will achieve our aim with steadfastness, with focus. Yoruba nation will come to pass. Let all nations stay and develop at their own pace. There's no quarrel about that. But those leeches that are living on others, they will do everything, but God go past them. Thank you very much.
It's a matter of time. Thank you so much.
It's a matter of, we'll wait it out.
It's good
God
to
bless.
hear from you. You have a good one, sir. So that's Adiola from Canada.
You
And
know,
I have another person on the line as well. Hello there.
Hey, Maiyegun, how are you?
I am very well, sir. How are you?
Good, fine. This is Jude from
How
US.
are you, Jude?
I'm okay. Thank you so much for all that you do and for everything that you've been doing.
Thank you.
I hope your family, everybody is fine.
Thanks, man.
Good. All right. I just want to talk briefly concerning the video, some of the video clip you showed, especially the one campaigning for the video campaigning for his Adeleke. Now, this is the kind of politics or politicking in Nigeria that has brought Nigeria to its knees. The politics of identity, the politics of a make good syndrome. It's my brother, that is my brother or my sister is there. It doesn't matter whether or not it's going to deliver to the people. As long as it's my brother or my sister or my townsperson, it's okay. Let him go there.
The segregation I was talking about earlier is also the only one I didn't have is the family one, because it's as deep as that, isn't it?
Yes. So as long as he goes there and steal the national resources or the state resources and bring to us, it's okay. It doesn't matter. Now look at Davido, a young guy. Okay, I know he has probably achieved his goal and has made money that probably will take care of his family. But to see such a young man who the youth of Nigerians have been supporting, to campaigning for his uncle, who is part of the system that have ruined Nigeria, that have brought Nigeria to its knees. Okay, who even during the killing of the people at Ensa, this man Adeleke, I can't remember anywhere that he spoke, but because he's a senator, right? He's currently a senator, right? And I think it was the one time.
He went back to America after losing the election in 2018. He lost the election in 2018. Go on, sir.
Okay, he has been among the politicians in Nigeria that have ruined Nigeria, that have stolen our resources. And then this guy is coming out to campaigning for him. In other words, he doesn't care whether this man is able to help his people or not. Throughout the time he has been in corridor of power, what has he done for his state that will require a youth? The video is part of the people representing the youth in Nigeria that their futures have been squashed by these evil and demonic politicians. Okay? And then look at those youth running after them, running after him and then shouting and screaming. It makes me look at this country. It's like this is a hopeless society that doesn't even know where they want to go, doesn't even know their direction, doesn't even know. In fact, it's like they like suffering. It's like Nigerian youth, like they like suffering, because if they don't like it, I don't know anybody that could be, doing all those nonsense with the video.
You saw what I showed earlier, Jude. You saw the videos of people who are buying votes. These are the people who make them.
Buying votes.
They are those who make these people. They are the ones who buy votes, who bribe, who carry ballot boxes. They are the ones who change results for them. Then they are the ones who suffer all of that too.
Exactly. Why the older ones in those video clips are fighting against sport evil or voter buying and bribery, the younger ones are even the ones perpetrating it, and yet they will come out and be crying that there is no job, their leaders are not performing. But they are the ones causing the problem themselves. I don't understand our youth. I don't understand the mentality of our people. I don't understand. How can you continue to support the people that are killing you? The people that have stripped you of your humanity? The people that have stripped you of your essence of living? The people who have reduced you to a mere trash so that today, if anybody kills you, nobody even talk about it. You are just like no, it's just like nothing happened. The following day, everybody moves on. Okay, I don't understand. And then again, I want to speak to I want to talk with reference to the Christians in Nigeria. Please. I mean, it's like they're waking up now, especially since the our massacre. Okay, they are waking up because it has happened closer to their doorstep. You see, that is why you continue to talk. You know, Bubu Alamaje breakfast. You know,
we don't get the English of that now. Bubu Alamaje breakfast. Now it go touch everybody. Now everybody go touch.
It go touch everybody. But why would people continue to wait, seeing what is going on in Nigeria every day? Why would any group or any people continue to wait until it happens to them before they will speak out? Because if Christians that are now registering, even Reverend Fathers, everybody, churches, they are now registering for voters cards. If they have been doing this for the past 10 years and educating their members, that least, you know, we have to be involved, we have to be engaged in our society to be able to take away and make sure the good leaders are put in right positions. The Nigeria will not be what it is today. But many of them have been on the same bed with these politicians. Yes. They will come and dump so-called money as in form of tax in their churches. They will give them all kind of whatever in their churches. And now, look at where it has resulted to. The Christian now is even endangered species in Nigeria.
It is.
As it is now.
Two bishops.
Okay?
Two bishops
they live at the mercy of the Buhari. Yeah. Christians are literally living at the mercy of the Buhari terrorist regime. Okay, and the political jingoists in Nigeria. Okay, well, I pray God will help. I pray God will help them. I pray God will help them honestly.
We pray that
because what is going on now is beyond repair.
Thank
you,
so
my
much.
brother.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Thanks so much for joining us again tonight, as always. Yeah. Your
all right.
You know,
thank
your
you,
contribution
Take care.
is so invaluable. Thank you so much, Baba. So I'll take another one again. Here we go. Hello. Hello, sir.
Hello, Maiyegun.
How are you?
I'm okay. Dot in a circle, therein.
Dot in a circle. So you are part of the conversation tonight. This time around, they said Peter Obi should go and contest as the president of Biafra land, and he's rejecting it.
Well, I don't think that is wise, to be honest, if I'm being fair. If there should be a Biafra president, it shouldn't be Peter Obi. But I just, anyway, I just come back from
like
Nigeria.
Showing him his place in what is supposed to be a Nigeria that is one, but not.
I just come back from Nigeria. When I enter Nigeria, they come out from plane. Guess who I see?
Tell us.
This short man, Ngige, from the plane. And I told him to his face, wicked man, you're the reason why Nigeria no good. And I know he heard me, but he pretended I say he no hear me. He pretended like say he no hear me, but I told him to his face, you're a wicked man. You're one of the reasons why Nigeria no good. I don't know why people no feel some courage. All die and I die. What's the worst that can happen to you? You get what I mean?
I'll do with you.
Like, yeah. So we should all speak up and summon the courage, because you will die at the end of the day if you no talk. You even die more when you're silent than when you talk.
Tell us
you understand?
You just came back, you said, yeah? So
yeah, I just came back, yeah. Everything.
From what we have been hearing.
It's really bad, though. It's really bad. Everybody's looking for, especially you where they abroad. Now you the target too. That your money, that your small money where they save, they are targeting it. Even though no you cause the problem where they Nigeria. Yeah, like it's really bad in Nigeria. Everybody is looking for way to scam people, to chop their money and all that. It's so bad.
No matter
even they, because I was
everybody look for that chance.
They look for that chance. Like you give someone money to do a job for you and you come back, there's no job done. They don't chop your money, be that too. Your money don't go. And you cannot get it back. Unless you won't kill somebody. Another one. Anyway, like I said,
the next level, and people are still pretending that they have a place called a country. I'm surprised.
Nigeria is gone. When I mean is gone.
Yeah.
It's so bad. Like even people that you try to help. Like if you loan someone, someone will beg you, my wife, my kid is dying, give me this money, I will give you so and so time. Once you give her that money, forget them, you're not getting it back. That person won't even pick your call. that person will just stop taking your call. You'll be wondering, nobody this person where they beg me, they cry, my help and be that.
So how
you're not getting your money back.
Personal experiences or people who share theirs with you or what you saw?
My own personal experience, brother. Not the same person tell me. It happened to me. It happened to me. Like even when I did here, as I enter UK now, one of my guys called me, tell me, say, I get wild. Can you loan me this money? I'll give you next week. That time reach, I don't see call, I don't see money. Yeah, they don't care. As soon as you live abroad, you're a rich man, and they are targeting that your pocket and they dry you. So I have no choice but to start blocking some of them on my phone because you get calls every day, and you keep telling them we need to join hands together and fight the people that is causing this problem. But nobody wants to listen, and I can't be taking all this burden to myself. Like everybody needs to find their level. I don't go fake kill myself.
Thank you so much, Dotting a Circle. And you are welcome back, by the way. So I wish I could ask you,
all right.
Just tell me about more what's going on. But the one you haven't shared and the one you've shared there, let's see we don't get time.
It's too much, yeah. We don't get that time. But yeah, thank you. All right. Okay.
Dotting a Circle. Tell yourselves the truth, and then possibly you'll be able to start making rational decisions if you stop lying to yourselves. I mean, it's not hard to say the truth, and you'll be able to have a clearer judgment of situation. So, hello there, sir.
Hello, Maiyegun General. Larry on the line.
Larry.
Yes, sir. Man, what's going on, my brother?
I am here surviving, sir. And thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm cool, my brother. Happy weekend to every one of us, man.
Happy weekend, sir. We cannot hear you, by the way, but it seems that you are a bit far from it. I don't know if you are using your headset, sir. So check that or move closer to the, yeah. It's a bit,
how about now?
Distant. Yeah, I think it's better now. Class.
Okay. Like I said, good day to everyone, man. My brother, Nigeria and Nigeria and everyday news story, every day, everything like you talk, say breaking news.
You will never run out of content about Nigeria, except if you are tired.
I'm telling you, my brother. Okay, now let's take it from here. Let me take it from here. People they talk say, oh, Tinubu, àwọn idiot don't pọn Tinubu le. Oh, Tinubu, is this, is that? Oh, he has a Christian wife, a pastor for that matter. Pastor only. So you don't say drug dealer. So you don't say drug dealers in Chicago. These guys are mad.
You know,
okay, but what about the Jesus? Because nǹkan tó bá ti mú nínú ìwà ìbàjẹ́ ṣe bóyá kó filẹ̀ kó fi tọrẹ àwọn afọwọ́ tí wọ́n fi ṣe progressive àbí ọmọ yẹn kà fún ẹ lẹ̀.
Láti fi kó wa sí more bondage náà ni. Ẹni tó gọ̀ ló ń gbégun náà bàbá ṣé yìí náà.
Na so, my brother.
The money now. So Tinubu and Co.
Yeah.
Wọ́n láwọn mugun títí wọn. Kọ́lọ́ má jẹ́ kẹ́ni tó gọ̀
Anyways, another thing, I want to deviate a little bit from today. No, it's always together. Anyways, Nigeria's problem is always together, but it's more like deviating, going back to 2 days ago. What happened? Okay, fine. We have a big problem. Let me tell you the truth, my brother. We have a big problem. And the problem we have, the number one problem we have in Nigeria is religion. Okay? The number one problem we have is religion. So because religion has been a tool that these people have been using to make people feel like, oh my God, don't fight. No. Jesus does not. Oh. But if they do one for them, they go talk, we're not going to agree, you know? Now, the reason why I say religion is because, and the reason why I said I wanted to deviate a little bit away from what we're talking about, is a case study of how Nigerians are so stupid that they can't even reason well. A case study of what we're just talking about right now is these people know what they're doing, my brother.
They do.
They know what they're doing. They know absolutely.
They always love to drop that line. He intentionally said Igbo, and they always use religion. Yeah. They are all intentional, but
it's all intentional. Divide and rule. So now the case study of Nigerians, especially Yorubas, knowing what they are doing, is Princesses and Baba Jesha case. Now èèyàn defile ọmọ kékeré ó ṣe nǹkan tí ò dáa wọ́n gbé lọ sílé ẹjọ́. My brother, you go see why I thought the religion would they practice, they mad, with the kudo, with the mad for that country. They carry and go court. People, all these so-called Yoruba actors and actresses, they started talking. Okay, Kosentomo, yeah, of course we know, right? Kosentomo, nobody is holy. But if you don't do this thing, carry your yash for ground, make teacher beat you now. So you gonna say, you don't collect your stroke of the cane. No, they say this one will say if they do something. Okay, now all of them where they talk now. How many of them go pray, say make their own pikin? If not true, if not lie, make their pikin, make adults we don't be 40-something.
That way.
Close to 50. Make him molest you. One pikin will be 7 years old. You know how make I not talk bad thing. You know how of an adult go be for under. You understand? I cannot talk bad thing for you. You understand? Because I know some people say they understand what I talk. So because of that now, our religion where they practice for Nigeria. Now I don't want to talk so. Now all these people now came out. Say this. You for forgive and kill over shit. That's the reason why I so much dislike that with Kunku. The moment I saw that he was doing I said no, this guy is a motherfucker. I like the way he presents with the Yoruba, whatever. I'm telling you because randomly because most of the time I'm more aboard. Maiyegun just say, okay, but you must stop that because báwo ni ẹ ṣe máa rí òótọ́ ńlẹ̀ tẹ́ máa torí pé pàdé mi tó bá ṣe ẹ jẹ́ kí pàdé mi jẹ̀gbà ọmọ mùsùlùmí tó bá ṣe ẹ jẹ́ kó jẹ̀gbà. Now the clerics are coming out. Our clerics, princess, ṣẹjẹ tí náà lọsẹ wọn, ṣẹjẹ tí tẹ lọ́rùn, kíní kọkìrì kan. Mo mọ̀ pé nǹkan tí yẹn náà ṣe tó ń bọ́ síta.
Àkẹ́ntì ẹ̀wọ̀n wá ṣọ̀rẹ́, ọ̀rẹ́ wèrè wo là ń ṣe, ọ̀rẹ́ ká
you understand? Exactly. Now ọ̀nà the talk say máa wo ẹnu méjì lọ́ndì o tó bá yẹ pé lóòótọ́ ni bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ṣe nǹkan tó ṣe yẹn Ọlọ́run ti sọ pé máa jí ẹ̀ láyé kó tó lọ sọ́run gbére ní èwo nínú yín ló ti rọrùn rí àti pásítọ̀ tó ń parọ́ fún wa àti ìmáàmù tó ń parọ́ fún wa èwo ni yàrá yín ti rọrùn rí ṣé kankan ni ti dá dọ̀rùn bọ̀ ni ẹ jẹ́ wọ́n máa pín sọ̀rùn fún wa. Just like that Indian man said, he said, if you know heaven is this thing, I know you know the Indian man that I'm talking about now. He said, go to heaven now, leave us on earth here. If you know you are preaching about heaven, go to that heaven and leave us on earth here. You understand what I'm saying? So all these people, kiriko, àwọn mọ̀ pé tó bá yẹ pé ó ṣe di kó jiyẹ láyé ni Ọlọ́run fẹ́ kó lọ jẹ́ lọ́run ṣe ẹ̀mọ kan lọ́run. Look at the stupid religion.
Káwọn èèyàn máa sọ fún ọ pé kọ́ lọ àwọn àfáà àtàwọn pásítọ̀ yẹn ẹni kan lọ wo.
Kọ́ lọ sọ́run wèrè ara wọn kẹ̀dẹ̀ lọ. Yes, exactly. Kiri Akẹ́lì.
Kọ́ wá mọ̀ pé wọ́n ní lọ́ọ̀kì gan Nàìjíríà kí wọ́n tẹ̀lé máa sọ ìtàn sàn yẹn anyway but.
Rubbish tó bá yẹ pé UK ni bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ti tọwọ́ bọ̀ mọ́ndì sí ni wọn ò ní sọ̀rọ̀ kan o. Ọmọ ní ó ti ṣàṣejù ni but títọ́rọ́ jẹ́ Nàìjíríà they want them to wave it away. They want they want to wave it away. Àwọn ní tó bá jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni princess yìí wẹ̀ ó kú ẹ̀ ó kọ́ lọ́hùn kíní kan àwọn tún sọ àwọn Muslim kíní ẹ̀ sí. See my brother, the religion we practice in Nigeria is stupidity. We are usually my brother na madness we dey practice for Nigeria.
No,
that goes that.
It's not madness. It's fear. That's what they sell. Religion in Nigeria is fear. Religion generally, right, is fear. Now, few people are managed to control themselves when it comes to religion. Religion, listen,
exactly.
No insult, Baba. No, say I mean any insult, but religion normally makes you lose your common sense. Because if you begin to question
of course,
that means you'll be questioning.
You go begin to fear.
Yeah, you'll be like.
But the only good thing about religion that I see is it makes you have a good, it makes you stay on that good moral lane. That's the only thing. That's the only concept. I would say religion is a concept. Let me put it this way.
That of Nigeria is a
deceit.
You know that of Nigeria, yeah, sir. That of Nigeria is fear. That's what I figured out. Because if
they sell fear.
No, they say
they sell fear.
No, hang on now. They will say if you don't do something right, they will say God will punish you, right? Or something will happen.
You can imagine
your business. You may even die miserably. God may suddenly just kill your children if you disobey this and that. Fear. fear of, if you don't do
God,
that thing.
is God that heartless? They will tell you that if you don't put money in the offering tithe, blah blah blah, God will not bless you. Are you a stupid man? Aren't you a motherfucker? Now you know God mind. Now you go know God mind.
We are talking about
whether
the
God will bless
concept, Larry Baba. We are talking about the concept of people trying to use God to cover evil. Okay, so when people do that, the what they sell is fear. So if they say to you now and say, do you know what God is going to do tomorrow? If they tell you to forgive him now and you say no, then you as a person, you begin to wonder.
Exactly.
Say,
they start to play with your emotions, your intelligence, and everything.
It's fear. That's why I don't like religion, and I respect people who do, because especially people who also have the control. Fear.
Exactly.
Fear is to tell you that if you don't
good.
do this. I hate people telling me that if I don't do something, something's going to happen.
We are hypocrites in Nigeria. We are hypocrites in Nigeria.
If you don't do
and it's so insane with our so-called prayer, so much prayers that we pray. It's so insane that we Nigerians are living the way we are living. Number one, we are so blessed with mineral resources. Now we are going bankrupt. How does that correlate with each other? I mean, we are blessed so much. Only people are better than you, but we go patato to yalosis. We go source to Gani losis school. But Batarova don't go losis school. Oh, they never pay any billions. That is exactly the picture.
Rich in heaven. It's all fate.
Yeah.
It means different things to different people. But what I don't like is that people use religion to manipulate people, right? Telling you that.
Of course, they use it to manipulate.
Hang on, Larry. Somebody telling me now that if I don't forgive somebody, like they say, let's use this princess Baba Jesha, like you said, yeah. So many people will feel
that God will punish you.
They won't remember the fact that it is not even princess anymore. It wasn't even princess that was fighting Baba Jesha. It was the state government prosecuting him. Okay, so now they are making her look like she can just, like Yoruba movie. She can just pick up the phone and say, okay, I want to forgive him, so leave him. And they will now say, they will now send people to her. They will pray for her. Oh, mommy, I don't want to share that. I don't want to care that.
Like you said, let them go and ask our Kelly. Like you said before.
And Baba Jesha will now become born again, right? They will now see God as
for 1 year,
and, in the movies,
and go back to his evil act.
And he can always cover that up with another religion. So it's terrible, but it is what it is, Baba. It is.
Well, good luck to those people that are doing dancing governor. A governor that is dancing up and down. How does that make sense for you to? For you to, and see, EFCC, so in fact, these people are funny. EFCC cannot go and arrest Portable that is showing everybody the money they gave to him, right? But EFCC can go and arrest. See, in Nigeria, we are just mad people, man. Honestly, we are crazy motherfuckers. Especially the people that are in the helm of affairs, they are just idiots. Portable is showing everybody the money they gave to him. They are like, and he's going there. You know he's been paid, right?
But Portable is
campaigning for all this
now. Portable was paid to come and advertise, promote them now. Nobody can, it's like you now. It's like if they pay you, say, what do they do? You want to help us promote
and this same Portable, the first day when travel come up for Nigeria, we didn't see another airport. It was they begin to cost all our politicians. Now he can't work for say no be in this thing now. He can't work for politicians now, Now, so we be for Nigeria.
But they paid him. See, let's even put it this way, right? The bar is so low that we are even like using Portable as a template. It's so low now. The bar don't enter. The bar don't enter ground. Nigeria is gone. See, Larry Baba.
Nigeria is gone.
Let me take another cause.
Okay, yeah, my brother. Thank you, man. My brother. Thank you. Go.
That's a Larry. I'll use. I've got another call on the line. Here we go. Hello there.
Hey, Maiyegun, Baba.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
I am very well, sir. How are you?
Well, it's been a while because of changes in my schedule at work.
I know. You did make some effort to join us on the People's Parliament a few times.
I really tried. The network was because I was at office. The network I was like, wow.
I saw you driving. There you disappeared. And I saw you another way where you parked. Then you disappeared. And about half an hour later, I saw you in the house, ready. And I was like, okay, now he's in the house. Then you disappeared again. I'm like, no, it's not your night.
It was.
It's not gonna
when I
tonight.
try, I said, okay, let me just
continue watching. I'll try next time.
Continue watching.
Class, sir. So it's good to have
how are you doing?
You can help us out to it tonight, sir, please.
Yeah. You see, there's this thing that says, when people fear their government, there is tyranny.
There is tyranny, yes.
But when the government fear the people, there is liberty.
That's right, sir.
See that country, the Nigerian people fears their government, so there's always going to be tyranny everywhere. And nothing good, I keep saying it, in as much as that country remains Nigeria, one Nigeria, nothing is good is going to come out. Now they said the dancing senator has won, right?
Well, they haven't declared him, but it's looking so.
Yeah. I mean, if at the end of it all they declare him winner, do you know the reason why he win that election?
Well, I think I have
you remember
idea. I'll let you tell us too.
You remember when Mr. Kolu said, now because he said because he refused to, put money down for what is his name in Osun State? Oletola, because Tinubu refuses to put down a huge amount of money. And when dancing senator came says, mo ti gbede tó bá jẹ́ dollar lẹ́fẹ́ tó bá jẹ́ pounds ni fire for fire.
Mo ti dé dollar pound sterling
dollar pound, zero pounds tó bá ipò wo ni àjọ máa ná tán. And now you see the money is now there playing. That is politics.
No wonder
of
we are
money
seeing money everywhere now. Chicken change to buy their future. And then you had the fact that people know that APC is a real failure as well. And they will vote anyone that is available who is ready to pay them. And PDP is offering
exactly.
Go on, sir.
Exactly. But yeah, you know one thing, Maiyegun, we were somewhere sometimes last week, and we were discussing about Nigeria, Yoruba nation, things like that.
Yes, sir.
And some people, you know what they were telling me? Egbon, ẹ̀fìyàn lẹ́ o ti tẹ́ wa lọ́rùn ẹ̀yin ti wà nílùú òyìnbó ẹ ti wà lamẹ́ríkà ẹ jẹ́ ká ó ti má wa lára ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe báyìí lọ jàre ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation kankan. And I told them, pé with this Fulani agenda and things going on, killing, kidnapping every day, Maiyegun, it's not that we are not being patriotic or something like that. I told them frankly, I said, the worst that could happen in that country, Nigeria, is for Fulani to take over everywhere. If by tomorrow, Fulani take over everywhere, which we pray not to happen, but if it happens, we will all be a living witness to it. The worst that could happen is for them to take over that country. And once that happens, Maiyegun, myself, and few of us that are abroad, it's just by His grace. It's just by grace. That is me though. That is my own opinion. I'm not having anything to do in that country.
Oh, you are even talking about when they take it over. We are doing our best to make sure that never happens, right? And if that should happen,
we are trying.
By any means,
we are trying.
We're going to stay away. We have to stay away. Many of us will have to stay away. Many of us, in fact, it's actually like by staying away that you can even be able to even fight the fight better. Because as everybody gets in, it gets worse. We've seen it, sir.
It gets worse. Because we keep telling them, we keep making the narratives, we keep showing them a lot of stuff. And yet, some people believe that, it's one Nigeria. If Bola Tinubu come there, things will change. What is going to change? with Boko Haram leader as the deputy, what is going to change?
And all the leaders that we don't even know their numbers who have been released from Kuje prison, they are free right now. We don't even know the reasons why they got released. An election is coming. Man, me, I not go be part of that.
And
forget to.
You know, sometimes last week, I think one of them, there was a news that one was caught somewhere. Is it in Ogun State? Yeah, I think somewhere in Ogun State. That is one of the inmates that was released from Kuje. You see, we don't know where they are.
They said it's one of the. In fact, sir, I have a picture. I don't know if I still have it. Let me check if I still do. Right. So there is one of them that they said they got arrested somewhere in Yobe, and they said it's one of the Boko Haram leaders. I don't have the image anymore, right? And they said that one of the Boko Haram leaders that escaped from Kuje is a lie. Do you know that after they released 7 hostages, or let me say the 7 victims that they kidnapped from Kaduna Abuja train, 2 days after the Kuje jailbreak, sir, the people said, the victims, when they got out, they said, all the leaders of Boko Haram that escaped from Kuje, they brought them to their camp. They celebrated overnight. They danced, they shot guns, they did all of that. They didn't go to Yobe, go anywhere. They went into the camp where they were keeping the Kaduna Railway victims. Then they collected 800 million naira from the 7 of them, right? 100 million naira from each of the 6 Nigerians, and 200 million from the other one, yeah? So now Nigeria is saying that they arrested Boko Haram leader in Yobe. Media lies.
And the only thing Buhari will come out. No, not even Buhari. Garba Wiri coming out because Buhari is not the one talking. Gabe Chewu. It's not Buhari that is talking. It's Gabe Chewu and that. I mean, for a couple of times now, we have never heard from this Oloriburuku one. What is his name?
You have not been reading this, he's always been around there saying all manner of things. Sometimes you just have to ignore him if you want to. Really, if you really care about your mental health. So I do ignore him, sir. But he's been talking too. Trash, as usual.
We are here. We are here and we will see the end of it. We will try our best. We will continue to try our best. We will continue to, push for Yoruba Nation. Yes. And we believe with God on our side, we will see. Thank you, Maiyegun. It's nice.
I'm glad you mentioned that as well tonight, sir. Yeah? We have a bit of clarity we should make, because sometimes people feel like, okay, Maiyegun, I don't understand. I don't know if I should ask you. I don't know if you want to talk about it and all of that. It's like you are trying to move away from this Yoruba. No. It's not so. We have all agreed on MaiyegunDiary Politico that we are going to do it differently. And we're just going to stop talking about what we are going to do. We're going to start doing it when we're ready. And then we can show people what we are doing. So the reason why I haven't come out to launch our rescue fund is
our rescue.
Together, sir. The primary thing is that if we wake up tomorrow, sir, and decide I want to register all of the Yorubas who are interested in this whole idea of taking this campaign down the grass as we discussed, sir, we will start registering people. But one thing is that we can't take a donation from people now. If I open up today, people can start registering. You can start seeing the numbers growing up of what we're about to do, right? But we can't take a penny from it. Not that we can't per se, but I can't under the law for now, based on what we intend to do. So what's the point in trying to start something that is pretty much like in the midway? So our people should cool our mind. All that we need is resources. We know how to get the resources. We know how to direct the resources. All we have right now is that just finalizing, fine-tuning how we are going to get it all off ground. Nothing is keeping us short about the Yoruba Nation. We choose not to say everything anymore. I choose not to say everything anymore, sir. Okay? Well,
that's fine. That's fine. We'll wait. We can wait.
Yes.
We can wait.
We will wait.
When we come out, it's going to be something different.
It's going to be us talking about what we are doing, no longer about what they are doing to hurt us. What are we doing to fight back? Or instead of us having to say, we should all do something now, we should come together. No. It won't be about that anymore, sir. It will be about what are we doing now. Sir, stay with me. Thank you so much. You have a good one, sir. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. And
So that's another elder from from the US. I'll tell you more about what I'm doing. You see, give me a second, my caller. Just a moment, please. See, another thing I need to add is this, right? We have on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, right? We have different things that we get ourselves involved in, assist, support that we give, including fundraisers that we put towards helping people in different category, on different capacity as well, okay? And today, we are glad that our support, our reach has gone far, far, far beyond what many people can even imagine, which means we have the capacity to even do more. Today, we have a savings of we have a savings of about 5 million naira on this platform that can be tapped into anytime. Now, I have a team of experts put together, consultants, to make this project of bringing the advocacy of the Yoruba nation straight to the people, not just them, getting them involved, all over the world in the project Yoruba Nation. So they are putting all of the legal framework together, and indeed, it is going to cost us money. Yes, we're going to pay a consultant to get that done, and when it is done, one day you're going to come and join us here and possibly visit a place called the Yoruba House for the sake of the Yoruba Nation. But again, I won't say much until when I have something, right, solid to give to you when it's done. Until then, hello there.
Yeah, one name.
One name. How are you?
One name the number.
Kedu.
Yeah. Kedu.
Odema.
You still very good,
Thank
my brother.
Sita. So, how are you, sir?
Yeah, good to hear your voice. I've been away for like 3 days, and I watched late telecast at night.
What happened? Is that job related or just a family breakaway or something?
No, it's job related.
It's job related. Okay. I hope you're good. By the way, you are.
I'm good, and I hope your family is good as well.
Thank God, sir. Thank you for asking. So everyone can hear you, by the way. Again,
I want to take you like 3 days back. I think so, when you made the telecast on the things that were written about Tinubu and the rest of others.
Oh, the expose on Tinubu being former drug lord, money launderer for drug barons, and then clean his money through politics over time.
Exactly. You remember I told you at a certain time that what transpired for Hope 93, what transpired between IBB and Abiola, that no one knows.
You did say that, I remember.
Yeah. And we have found part of the reason no one knows. And going back to Tinubu, I also remembered when the greatest Nigerian, one of the greatest Nigerian ever created, Chief Gani Fawemi, he was the one that first of all made mention of all these allegations at the beginning concerning Tinubu.
Yes.
When they asked at a particular time, I can't remember the year vividly, but he said, where was he? That he needs to tell Nigerians where he was. That was when he was having all this trouble.
I remember Chief Gani Fawemi in one of those arguments. I'm talking about one interview then. I wasn't too young. It was talking about being a crook, being a liar, being this or that. And he was so passionate about it. Honestly, I remember. Osita, go on.
So I remember all those things. So it is not new that we don't even know if it's a dead man that came back to life that people are talking about. I ask people that, are you sure that this man is a living soul? Because for a living soul, at least you must have somebody who is a peer group.
Yes.
The only person that is said is his peer group that they grew up together is Sadhguru Maharaji. That's the only person, and he didn't go much into detail. He didn't go much into details. So I used to tell anybody that cares to listen that if you want to know who Tinubu is, you have to go to Sadhguru Maharaji. If you can penetrate him, they come from the same place. you will be able to spot who is
from the same Iraqbi.
Yeah, who is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, so to say. You know,
Baba, they said the first 20 years of his life, nobody knows it.
Nobody knows. That was the reason.
The story not clear
yes,
at all.
that was the reason I was telling somebody. I used to tell my friends, if that man, Guru Maharaji, claims that Tinubu is his peer group, whatever age that Guru Maharaji is right now, that is what Tinubu is, in the same age bracket.
The same age group.
Yeah. So, when we come on the issue, another thing I want to really point on right now is when we keep thinking about that the problem of Nigeria or the problem of Africa in general is religion, sometimes I want to argue it out that it is not.
I remember you always say that it is not religion. But
not.
When you look at what is playing out today, Osita, I mean, generally it's not just religion, okay? But are these people not milking from the part problem, which is the religion part? They're not milking it to widen it more now. Tell us.
I want to come to it.
Please.
Because I read a military book on how to overthrow a government, to convince the people to accept overthrowing a government. The place religion creates problem for us is in our decision making.
Right.
But the biggest problem that Africa, Nigeria is experiencing right now, it was bad before 1960, before the war started. But it wasn't as bad as this, because by then we were supposed to have a process of becoming better. But instead of we had a process of becoming better, we had a process of retrogression, getting worse.
It got truncated.
So what happened is that in that book, they will tell you the first thing you have to cure is education. Let's go into the Bible fact or the Bible truth, because there's no fact, it's truth. The Bible states carefully that my people perish for lack of what? Education. It didn't say because of lack of religion, but it said because of lack of knowledge. So, what do? Is to take that knowledge away from you and replace it with something catastrophic.
Adulterated.
Adulterated. And when you do that, the first thing that comes to you as a human being is you forget about your identity. You don't know your identity anymore. You don't know who you are. You don't know the power.
You begin to pick on sundry things, irrelevant things, and you begin to make them relevant.
You don't know the power that you can wield individually. Let me make it clear.
Right.
A lot of people used to tell you that the biggest force in the world is fire. Some would say it's the air. Some would say it's water. But let me tell you, the biggest force that God created was the human force. But for the fact that they've taken the human force, but for the fact that they've taken that knowledge, that simple knowledge away from you, then you don't know your identity. You don't know you have power. At least it's tested of recent. We saw all what happened in Sri Lanka.
Yes.
Even in Nigeria, in Lagos, we saw what happened in the palace of the Oba of Lagos. Something that is unthinkable. People went into that palace for the very first time. The Oba himself ran away. That was the people's fault. That is the human fault. So when people keep thinking that if we keep talking about religion, even before the white people came, don't you think that we had our own different religion? We do. We do have it. But the most gruesome thing that they ever did in Nigeria was to take away that education system from us. Because when you take it away from people, people will not know their identity. Say for instance,
you've lost it all.
Yes, say for instance, somebody like you, somebody like me, somebody like their children, their own children. Are you going to tell me that why is it that none of their children came out like Portable did to support them? None of their own children did. It was because they have
not a day like this.
Yeah,
it's a day like yesterday or a day before it. But you will see their children when they are celebrating their inauguration, or when they are celebrating their birthdays or weddings and all stuff like that.
Exactly.
You will never see them around time like this. Never.
You will never see them.
No.
They won't carry guns. They won't carry the ballot box. This is because they have a kind of education in them. So let's not keep thinking about this religion. We've had our own religion before every other thing. We've had our own religion before any other thing.
But these two major ones have done more, or should I say the politicians have used these two main religion, right, to further, entrench their interest, which most of the time is against the majority anyway.
You are right. Mm-hmm. No, you are right. The primary one is education they took. And now they are using religion to cap it off.
Because
that is what they are doing.
That comes with lack of education. Then they can use religion to manipulate. Okay, it makes sense to me now. Osita, that makes a lot of sense now. That education, if you are educated, you cannot be religiously manipulated. You cannot be tribally manipulated. You cannot be in any way manipulated.
I for one, I use myself as a case study.
Yeah.
If I were to be the ordinary person that wants to become a pastor tomorrow, I should have been a pastor. But I know that is not my calling.
No.
It is not. And at the same time, you being my general overseer doesn't mean you are the general overseer of my life.
No.
You cannot control the circumstance of my own existence. The circumstance of my existence is controlled by me. And my faith in
your
God.
Level of education. But guess what, Osita? This kind of education, knowledge we are talking about, they are never, they are never taught in the classroom, are they? There seems to be the life experiences that should teach you.
Yeah, they are never taught in the classroom.
No.
But what the classroom does for you is a preparatory ground for you to get to where you are supposed to get to. If you don't have that preparatory ground, there is no way you can do all these things. I was looking at that woman that you are talking, that old woman that came up on TV. Yeah, I don't know the party that.
You mean the old woman that was saying about she's been voting.
God bless her. Yeah, God bless her. But I do not know the party that she's been voting for. But because of ignorance, she can be voting for even the wrong people. But all she knows that
she's doing the right thing by participating.
And she think she's doing the right thing. So this is where we are. I try to tell people, we in diaspora, we need to, I blame people when you live abroad and you see the way things work. You cannot, in your own little circle, like your family, you cannot still imbibe those knowledge that you receive. You have to educate people. My immediate elder brother, he is a PhD holder.
Right.
While me, I just went to the Polytechnic, HND. But believe me, because I am widely traveled than him, if I am talking about politics, he listens to me.
Because he can tell.
Because
I will listen to you all day, Osita. Trust me. I mean,
yes.
Go on.
He listens to me because I am widely traveled and I've seen a lot farther than he has done. So what I am trying to say is that let us not keep talking about this religion and leave education behind, because education is the primary thing here. That is what it is.
God bless
so,
you.
And that is the reason. It brings me down again to the sharing formula of Nigeria, the mineral resources. If it is a country where there's education, all these our so-called crazy leaders, that call themselves leaders, because I don't consider them leaders.
I know you don't.
Because they made themselves what they are. These leaders, have they asked themselves one question? Why Nigeria cannot be together? This thing, contraction called Nigeria, why it cannot exist?
As intelligent as they claim to be. Couldn't
we
they
have
have
1
seen
million.
it?
Yes, we have 1,000,001 reasons. For example, come to the mineral resources of Nigeria.
Right.
They share the oil that comes from the south, right?
The proceed.
They share the taxes that come from the south, right?
They do.
But have you asked yourself, they don't call it Nigerian gold, they call it Zamfara gold.
Well, that's the recent one, which is the shocker, that
which is the
Zamfara
shocker.
gold belong to Zamfara, but Zamfara crude oil belong to Nigeria or Jigawa.
And these idiots that call themselves elite or leaders in South, none of them have the balls.
Because they don't have the right
to come out
is
and
it? Or because they are selfish, which is one of the primary reasons that we found ourselves here, Osita. Is it because they don't have the right education to understand the disadvantage?
It's because,
right? The disadvantage of them taking peanuts, right? Rather than them being in charge of the massive resources to the benefit of.
I'll give you the answer.
Give me
the answer. The answer is simply because they do not have an identity. Right. If they have the identity, because their education, that identity has been stolen from them or they sold it, they will ask those questions. So this is where we are. Even the mainstream media that was the last hope of the ordinary man in any society, the press is supposed to be your last hope. The press with the whole school that they said they went to, none of them can stand before any of this Fulanization apparatus. That's what I call them.
Osita, let me ask you to yield now because of our time. Okay, we are coming close to the end.
All right, thank you very much.
I enjoyed this tonight, just like always. Okay, you have been so kind of very, very critical when you pick on your points, and I love this. I wish I could talk to you all night, but this is one of the best nights I've shared with you. Thank you for sharing it with us tonight, Osita. Have a good one. Okay, so I'm going to take one single call more. Or should I say one more call? And then we can call it a night. If you are just joining us, it's been so brilliant tonight that we've managed to touch several things that are really, really important. But again, you can watch this from the start if you are just joining us. Okay, just move it back and start watching from the start. Then I'll take my last call from my last caller, and we can call it a night tonight. Here we go. Hello there.
Hey, my brother. How are you, sir?
I am very well, sir. How are you?
Very well. It's nice talking to you. Everything okay?
Thanks for joining us as well, right?
Thank you so much for doing a very great work over there.
Thank you,
we appreciate you so much. Yeah. Well, I would like just to put one or two input into this, what we are talking about.
That would be amazing. Please add to it. You're my last caller, so let's make it count. You and I, please. Go on, sir.
Good. You see, our Yoruba man song kokon.
Yes, sir.
One amukun eru ewo. Oni okilonwo. Owole. You get what I mean?
I do.
No. A lot of things has gone wrong in a long time. Which is like, it's quite difficult for our so-called forefathers to rectify a lot of problems that we are facing right now. So, and the West, so to call, they have tampered with our minds, our brain, that is kind of hard somehow to some people to really think right. in a region or in a society, let me say people of the late 60s to probably early 80s. Hardly, a lot of us that we call ourselves Yorubas, that we can even speak that Yoruba fluently anymore.
And it keeps getting worse.
In each and every one of us household, we input in them, speak English, talk English.
Just because we want them to meet up with the outside expectation, like the level of social conditioning. We are helping to extend our own identity. That one touched me, sir.
Exactly.
Personally, what you just said.
So they have actually stolen our identity, including our language. They
call our language vernacular, sir. I am still trying to see what is the Yoruba meaning.
Even when I could remember then when I was in the primary school, secondary school then.
Including you.
We pay, including myself.
They did that to you too.
We have to pay.
I thought it was probably my set and some others afterwards. So, right,
you see, you pay that you are speaking your language, your mother's tongue, that you are speaking Yoruba, you pay.
So
you see, all this. So it has been, things have gone wrong in a very long time. So then bringing in religion. They have their own religion. And it's not that they call all this religion or whatever they serve then, they call them God. They didn't call them God. And Orisha, if we have to have like literally meaning, Orisha, the exceptional being, exceptional people. You see, but in one more religion, much change, you pay, we are calling those people God. Let's take for instance, we are worshiping them. We don't worship them, and we agree with them. Shango is not God, for example. For instance, Shango is not God.
None of our Orisha is called
None of our Orisha is no.
Olodumare, which is the most powerful.
Olodumare is the most supreme God.
They are just the intermediary between the humans and the spirit world. And
exactly.
But they messed it up, sir.
Exactly.
Right? They messed it up and made evil of them.
So they really mess up. They work on our brain, our minds. That even so-called pastors, imam, this, that, they count on it, preaching on it that okay, those people they are God. We are calling them God.
Never call them God.
Even in the Bible, they do sacrifice. In the Bible, they do a lot of things that they won't call that,
there is sacrifice in the Quran as well. Ritual, they call it. And then, usually it is for, we all know all these things, but here we are. Look at us, Yorubas.
Look at us now, So it's very quite unfortunate, linking it to, the politics of nowadays and stuff like that. Until Western beliefs, Western, way of life. So to come into our region, a lot of things started going wrong. Whites actually abandon so many things. We don't have to abandon our good things, but we can inculcate into their own good stuff they have, they brought to us. See, but the level they invent on the technology that they are using now. And who said that?
Japanese.
Who
that language, that's it.
Yes.
If they
yes. Who even said that?
Are struggling to speak English today, as big as China is, they will be fighting civil war.
Exactly.
Like say the word went from China. No joke.
Yes.
It stole our
we even said that we wouldn't. Who said that we wouldn't have even better than them in the 90s, in the early 90s, or in the late 18 something.
Yes.
If we are like been doing what we know how to do best
on our own,
maybe we might have developed into our own local team
yes, sir.
to meet up to the
to the level of what they are doing nowadays.
We were trading with these people in what is now called Lagos. But the day they came to come and steal and then colonize us and then take over everywhere, including killing some of the chiefs in Lagos, the day they came, they thought they were coming to do a business like they have been doing for hundreds of years before decolonization. The rest they say is history. We were on our own, sir. We were doing fine. We were trading internationally. Our people were traveling abroad before slave trade became a thing that finally crippled the black race at the time, sir. But today, somebody believes that we can't do it on our own. No, you can't do that again. Come on, man. Our forefathers did it. And if somebody says we can't do it, well,
we hope a lot of things that we have been doing in the past can even come back to life now. See, I don't know the reason why they have to remove history from, educational curriculum nowadays. So, but they can tell us that, hey, you guys have to know what is going on in the US, you have to know what is going on in the Britain, you have to know this, you have to know that. And they want us to forget about all our forefathers. No, that's more to do. They don't want to know who is this thing. They don't want us to know this. About, even people are losing.
We want to turn to gods. They criminalize them. They turn them in. They demonize them, so to say. And today people are just going to be like, they can't publicly identify with them. Imagine, sir, that Yorubas can't publicly say, I prefer Yoruba nation than Nigeria, simply because it will tell you, I'm a Nigerian. I may be a Yoruba. That's how bad it has been. Honestly speaking, I don't know how it's going to be when you and I grow old. We look back, and our children are currently saying Yoruba doesn't matter. They are Nigerian. Come on, man. How will you go? How would you go, Baba? So some people don't know, but I think we should continue doing this. People said,
Yes, we really have to. We should. I mean, a lot of things that is very bad in the Western world. Sometimes when I hear it happening back home, I'm like, are you kidding me? Appreciate it. They want to leave. They don't want to go. They don't want to go out of it. They don't want to do in it. But that is what we will hear back home, and we'll be like, we'll embrace it. That okay, this is no, it's good. They may not probably bold enough to be doing it in the public, but in their inner house, they'll be doing it. I mean, a lot of things are, it's quite unfortunate, brother. It's very quite unfortunate.
But one thing that I am so happy about is this. Even if it is a thankless sort of things that we are doing, there are people that have been, hoping that things like this would exist, so that that same way they are trying to deviate the minds of the people from in the pursuance of truth that will likely liberate them in the long run. Some people dedicate their time to ensure that many of us never sleep on it. We continue to dig. We continue to ask questions. We continue to be unsatisfied with what Nigeria is offering us. Now, if that number grows so well, sir, with time, proper education, enlightenment, as it is today, sustained it, the consistency that will surround it, more people will begin to ask more questions too. And from asking questions, sir, that's where the dissatisfaction comes in. When you ask questions and you realize that you have been dealt the bad card, the bad deal all your life, your parents, your forebearers, sometimes you might say, no, enough. And guess what? We might find that generation that will say that enough by us not stopping. What do you think?
Yes. Yeah. All right. I mean, thank you so much for doing a good job. Thank you. Really appreciate you, brother. This is my first time of calling into this program.
I mean, you picked a very, very good point to discuss. And personally, just like everyone else who was called tonight, they have sort of picked up a conversation that actually hit the core. When we talk about things that really matters, right? Identity is one of them. Someone said education. Others said that, self-determination, and so many other things that people have suggested. But majority of them have been like core topic, core conversation that touches the base, like yours. So I strongly believe too, sir, that if we don't stop, we'll discover ourselves. Not just that.
Because ordinarily, the reason why me and you can be communicating right now is because we can speak English. Let's remove that English out of our conversation. Let's see if we can converse frankly the way we're supposed to like be relating. We have one problem or the other, like, what you mean? You know, we remove English out of our conversation. Let's speak our typical language. Let's speak.
And we are going to have to do that at some point, sir, to be honest.
We really have to. That is our identity. That's our core identity. Yes. Our language goes along with
content. We must promote programs. We must promote, businesses that encourages promotion of the Yoruba culture, language, things that get you more like, I feel comfortable talking Yoruba now. In fact, I feel comfortable organizing my space in Yoruba, all that stuff. But it's going to be gradual.
Yes.
First, you get people interested in why Yoruba is so important now. Why are we so important? Why is that future, our future that we always want to talk about, is so important that we should always be ready
very, very
to
important.
be part of.
And our own will not be exceptional because they are doing that in Japan, they are doing that in China. A lot of countries, they are speaking their language. Germany is there,
No matter what accent we want to choose at the time, trust me, we would have to. That is why I said that if we manage to put together a sort of a platform where we all come together and build a community, something I'm working on personally now, right? Build a community where we can say, 99% of everyone on that community, they are Yorubas, and every issue they discuss is 100%, Yoruba issue and all that. So communicating in Yoruba in such community would not be a taboo, and we can build it from there. I agree with you 100%.
Oh, yes.
I do.
Yeah. Thank you so much, brother.
You are so welcome.
Enjoy the rest of your night.
Okay?
It's
been a pleasure. You have a good one, okay? And all right. Good night, sir. So this way I'm going to draw the curtains and I'm going to call it a night. I know so many other people wants to be part of this set tonight still. Seriously, the time is not on our side. And in fact, we have come to the closure of it. So I wish I could say more or even spend more time. But I have to say thank you to every one of you who spent your time with me tonight. It's been so great. Unscripted it is, just for me presenting and my callers calling in. Unscripted and mostly from the heart, so to say. We have done our part today, and the truth is that we know how divided Nigeria is. We all do. And we also know that many people are pretending that, yes, we are divided. No country is every country has their own problems. So we should all come together. There's no point in, so there's nothing wrong in coming together to say we want to build ourselves and all that, but not with Nigeria, because whatever is wrong with Nigeria you are witnessing today, trust me, it is deliberate. It is institutional, it is a sort of an institutional gang up or sort of setup for Nigeria never to work. And when those who are supposed to bring us together continue to trade on the xenophobic utterances that shows where you come from, something that always reminds you that where are you from? Oh, you are a Nigerian. Nah, your accent says you are a Yoruba man. Oh, where are you from? I'm a Nigerian. Oh, really? Your accent shows that you are a Kanuri man, an Hausa man, or a Fulani man. Come on, no, you are a Negbo man. Something that many of you prefer never to be said. That, oh, no, listen, we are one Nigeria, we are one. Don't lie to yourselves, okay? Something needs to bring you together to make you one. But in Nigeria, in reality, the system doesn't make us one. Then the political players also, they thrive on the division that you have seen. Xenophobic relationship, sort of a piece of the graveyard, something that you prefer to live with, and then put on a fake mask that says Nigeria great people. Yeah, you are great people, of course, you should be. But when Nigerians are Nigerian, you get what I mean? It simply means that they are not one. Now, being honest and upright and open about it, right? It's not a crime. It's in fact part of a process to closure. When you have a closure, what's a closure? A closure is to let you know that yes, there is Nigeria, but there are many Nigerias. And as it is, not by word of mouth, let us be united. Let us come together. You can't build a country. You can't unite a country. You can't deal with what Nigeria has done to you by just a mere word. Let's come together. Unity is not just a word. I've said that many times. But once we begin to say the truth to ourselves, right? Seriously, you probably will agree with me that for this contraption to continue for real, then every part of the country will need to come together and discuss it and discuss the terms and conditions if they want to be together. Anything short of that, right? is just the continuation of the mirage that they have put together even before your birth. And if you have been asking yourself why Nigeria is not working, yeah, it's never worked even before you were born. It's not going to work even when you are dead. But there's something that can be done. It is simply because it is all misjointed, or should I say, wrongly forced together country. So if you want to stay together, seriously, you have to discuss it. Anything short of that, right, is part of the lies they've told you from your birth. And if you don't shut it, if you don't stop it, right, your children are going to be told the same lies. And guess what? They are going to experience the same thing you've experienced, that you realize that Nigeria is not actually a country, not real. Your children will have to face the same battle. It's now up to you to think. If your children will survive as you survived, especially what you have faced, the choice is yours. I know my children won't survive what I have survived in Nigeria if Nigeria continues to exist. And therefore, I pity them. I'll do my best to create a space where they won't have to do or face what I faced as a young person from Nigeria. They stole my future. I fought for it. I got it back. Not from Nigeria, from elsewhere. They are doing the same thing to those of my own lineage as well. So I'm not going to just shut up and go away. I will keep talking, and hopefully my own children, they will never have to experience the same thing. But by and large, right, just do your part. And please, you can be an alibi, you can be an accomplice, you can be an enabler without knowing. Every time you shout that you're one Nigeria, trust me, you are doing yourself more harm than good. Whatever comes after this, right? Just know that you have a chance of making your own choice, and you will live with the consequences of your choices. I'll see you some other time. And good night from here. Don't go without liking that broadcast. Don't leave without subscribing, especially if you actually enjoyed this tonight. I'll see you some other time. Good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ìpẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ìgòmìnà kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí fa. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lé ibó níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.